Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. Welcome to the finale of the series, the NBA Today of every team's all-time greatest small forward played today. So, in this current era of the NBA, the small forward position is some of the best players out there. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Giannis, so many great players to name. While, I know like roughly 15 years ago or so, the small forward position, while there's always been talented players added, obviously, for a long time, it was more of a supportive role. Like the small forward position was for teams out there that maybe you had a really good scoring center, but you needed somebody that played better defense out there, so you got a really good defensive-oriented small forward. Or maybe your team lacked the three-point shot, but your small forward could do that, and like stuff like that. So we're gonna check out some of the all-time greatest. They are going to be replacing the current small forward on the NBA team. We're gonna see how these teams do out there. I'm gonna let you guys know as we go through the simulation my all-time favorite small forwards in the NBA. So here we go, guys. We have the Philadelphia, I always do the Washington Wizards in an accent like that. We have the Philadelphia 76ers with Afro Julius Erving, one of the best players of all time. Played a lot like in the 70s and the 80s. Look at those numbers, man. One of the best scorers of all time, too. We got the Milwaukee Bucks. So Giannis, as of right now, is playing the power forward position, but he is listed as a small forward in NBA 2K19, so I decided to keep him right there. So yeah, he is going to continue to be the guy on the team. For the Chicago Bulls, we do have Scottie Pippen. So Scottie was the Robin to the Batman of Michael Jordan. I mean, you want to talk about like a jack of all trades. This guy literally did everything out there, but he did everything really well. He was a great scorer, rebounder, defensive player, playmaker, top 50 player, one of the top 50 players of all time. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, no doubt it was going to be LeBron James. So many great seasons for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I can't help to think that LeBron on the Cavs could have won more championships if they had better management. I feel like at times, Dan Gilbert and all of them were reluctant to putting the right talent around LeBron, but nonetheless, he still brought them a championship, and I had great respect when he came back to the team to do that. For the Boston Celtics, you have Larry Legend, Larry Bird. I really think if he played in the NBA right now, he would be more of a power forward, like a stretch big out there, but his time for the Boston Celtics when he played, guys, I mean, come on, look at those numbers. Like, oh my God. Like, where would you guys say Larry Bird ranks all times when it comes to small forward? You say like top 2, top 3? Let me know in the comment section below. Next up, we do have the Clippers with Corey Spaghetti Maggette. I mean, the Clippers in general don't really have like a ton of talent on their all-time roster. They got a few good players, but Corey Maggette, he was a good small forward there when he played. I mean, he had some nice seasons where he averaged 20+ points, always a solid rebounder. Not really like a great three-point shooter, but he still shot him a lot. But yeah, so I liked Corey Maggette when he did play for the Clippers. For the Grizzlies, we have Shane Battier. So he actually, I don't have him listed as one of my favorite small forwards, but I'm doing my top 5, so he probably is like top 10 on my list. I don't know, man. I just love Shane Battier's defense. It seemed like whenever he played, especially playing with LeBron James, I feel like he was a big part of his success out there for the Miami Heat, just because he was a very consistent role player that played just amazing defense, guys, and just knock down the three-point shots. For the Atlanta Hawks, we do have the human highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins. This is the guy that I wish I could have watched play live. I mean, look at this season, man. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, all-time great for the Atlanta Hawks. Like, this guy, he knew how to score the basketball. That's all he did out there, man. He scored that basketball. For the Miami Heat, we of course have LeBron James listed again. Some really good seasons on there. Got to the finals. I believe every single season he was on the Heat. Although the first season they did lose to Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks, I believe it was. But yeah, he had a few really good seasons there. Went back to Cleveland, of course. Him and Dwayne Wade. For the Charlotte Hornets, we have Glenn Rice, who actually in this current era of basketball would probably be even better. He was an amazing three-point shooter. Look at this season, guys. 27 points, 4 rebounds on 47% from 3. I'll probably be shooting about 10 of them a game right now, but finally getting to team up with Kemba Walker and giving him a little extra help. For the Utah Jazz, we do have Adrian Dantley right here. We played in, I believe, the 70s and the 80s. So it looks like he was a solid scorer. Not much of a three-point shooter, so more of a, I guess, playing on the inside mid-range shooting type of small forward. Only 6'5", playing that position too. So a little undersized, but it didn't stop him at all from playing great basketball. For the Sacramento Kings, we have one of my favorites of all time, Peja Stojakovic. This guy had the prettiest jump shot of all time, at least one of them. He was a 6'9" sharpshooter, 24 points per game. I used to play NBA Live with my neighbor a lot, and he would always use Peja and freaking just drop 60 points a game on me with him, because NBA Live once upon a time was actually a pretty solid game, but it was very easy to abuse the three-point shot. For the New York Knicks, the return of Carmelo Anthony. So I know Carmelo's last, few seasons with the Knicks was not really the greatest time in his NBA career, and there was a lot of disappointment, but nonetheless, man, when he played for this team, he was still one of the best small forwards in the entire NBA. I'm sad to see that he's not on a team right now, but just one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I feel like people just don't respect Carmelo anymore. For the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James obviously was going to be listed out there. I know he hasn't even played a full season, and they might not make the playoffs, but from a talent standpoint, LeBron's, the greatest small forward to ever play. So, of course, any team he goes to, he's going to be listed as the greatest small forward out there. For the Orlando Magic, we do have Grant Hill. So, it was actually kind of interesting with Grant because he played, of course, for the Detroit Pistons, had some major injury issues, but his first few seasons with Detroit was great. After those injury issues, eventually came back to the Orlando Magic, and he was just pretty good for them. I mean, I know he was like older at that point and stuff, but he was like a solid player when he played there. For the Dallas Mavericks, we do have Mark Aguirre. I don't know much about him, guys. I know he played a few seasons for Detroit and Dallas, of course. Great scorer. Looks like he was a pretty solid playmaker, too, at 6'6" at the small forward position. Just, I didn't really watch him a lot. Never really seen a lot of his highlights. For the Brooklyn Nets, we have, once again, Julius Erving, of course. I don't think they were the New Jersey Nets. I think it was before that, even. I know that he played for, like, ABA ball and stuff like that. So, yeah, you don't even have his stats recorded here. So, this was before, I believe, the NBA was actually the NBA. For the Denver Nuggets, once again, Carmelo Anthony playing, I know he played like J.R. Smith and like Chauncey Billups and Kenyon Martin, and those teams never really had playoff success. I think they got to the second round one year. I think that was the best they did. For the Pacers, you got Paul George going back out there, man. Of course, playing with Victor Oladipo and Miles Turner. He was great for the Pacers, but he is playing his all-time best basketball right now for the OKC Thunder. For the Pelicans, you're looking at Jamal Mashburn. The only way I remember him a lot is from playing like NBA like Jam and stuff. I always remember using Jamal Mashburn for whatever reason, but beyond that, I don't know too much about him. Looks like he had some really good scoring seasons here. For the Detroit Pistons, you were looking at Grant Hill. Before he had his injury, guys, people were actually saying Grant Hill could have been the next Michael Jordan. I don't know if you guys believe that or not. Let me know in the comment section below. But the stats right here in this 1999 season, 26.7 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, it ain't no joke. For the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, of course, their all-time greatest small forward. Although, I think Vince Carter was also listed as small forward, so you can argue him too. He might have been listed as shooting guard. I guess I don't really remember. I know he played with Tracy McGrady for a little bit. So, Kawhi or Vince Carter, I mean, you guys be the judge of that. For the Houston Rockets, we do have Rudy Tomjanovich. I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about him. It looks like a 70s player. This season, 25 points, 9 rebounds per game. So he was 6'8". He actually went to Michigan, too, which is my favorite college. I just don't know anything about him. So my apologies for not knowing about the 70s players. For the San Antonio Spurs, we got George the Iceman Gervin. You can still make the argument here for Kawhi Leonard, but I will say, just based off the loyalty of George Gervin, I have no complaints with him being on there. 33 points, 5 rebounds per game this season. Damn, look at those scoring numbers. Wow. For the Phoenix Suns, you got Shawn Marion. He actually is my all-time favorite small forward. This guy used to kill it in fantasy basketball too, by the way, but he was definitely jack of all trades, fit perfectly alongside Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire. For the OKC Thunder, Kevin Durant. I know, man, was not the greatest of endings there, but someday I hope to see Kevin Durant go back to OKC and help them win a championship. I feel like that would just kind of save his legacy. For the Timberwolves, believe it or not, man, Andrew Wiggins is their all-time greatest small forward. So, I mean, on the all-time roster, there's no other players out there that are better. I think they got, like, Trenton Hassel, like, Latrell Sprewell, but, yeah, Andrew Wiggins, 86 overall. For the Portland Trail Blazers, you're looking at Jerome Kersley. He played in the 90s era, and, I mean, he had some good seasons. Nothing really too crazy here, 88 overall. Golden State Warriors, once again, man, every single video besides the center video, the current team has been kept left together. Kevin Durant, 96 overall. Yeah, best small forward ever played for them. In the Washington Wizards, you do have Caron Butler. He played a lot like Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson, and was a pretty solid third option for those Washington Wizards team. But yeah, man, here we go. Let's get going on this simulation. And I want to let you guys know, I will say all my favorite small forwards on here, I believe, was listed except one. So let me go ahead and simulate through this right here. First and foremost, like I was saying, my favorite small forward of all time is Shawn Marion. Mainly because I liked his ugly jump shot. Oh, yeah, I don't want to look at the Wizards, really. Let me look at the, let me go to the Suns. There we go. But But yeah, I liked his jump shot a lot because he's still, like, despite it being ugly, he still had confidence in it and still utilized it out there. Played great defense and all that. So I don't know, man. I just kind of looked at LaShawn Marion as somebody myself who had an ugly jump shot growing up. Peja Stojakovic, the complete opposite. One of the prettiest jump shots of all time, but it was very lethal with it. Yo, give me 1 second, guys. Let me do the G League stuff for the final time here. So yeah, Peja on the Kings was really cool to watch and everything. Also, I like Caron Butler a lot. I don't know why. I've always had like a soft place for guys that were just like really solid, like third options, because whenever I played basketball, I knew that if my team was going to win, I could not be the number one option. It just wasn't in the cards, man. I just wasn't like all that good, but I always relied on trying to be a really solid like third or fourth option and kind of be like a do-it-all guy out there. So that's kind of what Caron Butler was for his NBA career. I really like Tracy McGrady a lot. I mean, I don't know if you consider him a shooting guard or a small forward. I believe he was in the shooting guard video for the Orlando Magic, but if I remember correctly, he did play small forward for the Houston Rockets. So I just remember that game where he had like, wasn't it like 11 points in like 37 seconds or something like that against the San Antonio Spurs to come back and win, or 13 points, something like that. Just one of the greatest moments I personally ever got to watch in the NBA. Every now and then I still find myself going back and looking at those highlight videos of him doing that. So yeah. And then finally, this one might actually come off as a surprise to somebody. But one of my favorite small forwards of all time, guys, is actually, in fact, LeBron James. And as a Piston fan, maybe that shouldn't be the case because LeBron absolutely destroyed my Pistons for many, many seasons and essentially was the downfall of the 2004 Detroit Pistons. A few seasons after that, when he scored like 25 points in the fourth quarter in overtime to beat them, it was like the end of an era with that. But LeBron James, to me, has been around my entire life of watching basketball. I started watching in 2004. LeBron James, of course, was drafted in 2003, so I did not witness his rookie season, but just seeing like a player of that caliber come full circle, and now he's in like the twilight of his NBA career, and just seeing the storylines and how important he was to the game of basketball has been something really cool to witness, man. I followed his career, so had to have him in my top 5 list here, but we do have one more game with the Suns against the Dallas Mavericks, simulate through date and finish with a L on the season. There we go, April 10th. So yeah, we got LeBron James of the Miami Heat winning MVP. And I will say, when LeBron did go to the Miami Heat, I did not like him. I thought it was a snakish move like Durant did. But when he came back and won a championship for Cleveland, that just gave me all the respect for him, guys. I don't know, man. That was just my mindset. So Kevin Durant is not a lost cause of what I'm trying to say. Like, Kevin Durant could still redeem himself. Trae Young, Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder, 6-man. Scottie Pippen, Defensive Player. No surprises with that. Melo is Most Improved. And Steve Kerr is Coach of the Year, 61-21. All-NBA first team, bold. LeBron's making that. All-NBA second, we got Kevin Durant and Scottie Pippen. All-NBA third with Grant Hill and Giannis. So no Lakers, LeBron. And then all-defensive team. Yeah, of course, Shane Battier was going to be making that, right? So as far as the playoffs go, my prediction for who's going to win it all, I'm going to go with the Detroit Pistons, man. Number 1 seed. Be a great way to end this video. Or this series, I should say. But let me go to the player stats. I'm just going to go scroll through it a little quick here so you guys can see how your favorite power forwards did perform out there. Kevin Durant with Russell Westbrook, absolutely crazy. Just they never won a championship together, unfortunately speaking, but it's just how it is. And Dr. J, 21 points. I saw, about 6 assists. Giannis at 24 and 11. Scottie Pippen, great stat line. Cavaliers, LeBron, 29, 8, and 11. Larry Bird at 22 points. We got Corey Maggette at 22. Shane Battier, 13.6 rebounds. About what he did for his career. Dominique Wilkins at 27. Miami Heat, LeBron. We got Glenn Rice at 23 points. Being the leading scorer of that team. Damn, dude. Adrian Dantley at 26 points. 8 rebounds, 6 assists. This man played in the wrong era of basketball. Yo, how did Pages shoot out there from 3? Let me see that real quick. 46%, no surprises with that. Melo at 28 for the Knicks. LeBron at 24 right there. Grant Hill, 20 points for the Magic. We got Mark at 21. Dr. J, 26 points. Melo at 26. Pacers with Oladipo at 21. We got Grant Hill on the Pistons, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Damn, dude. Yo, come play for the team right now. Oh, my God. It would be absolutely amazing if that was to happen. Oh, well, it's never going to, but here we go, because for one, he's like in his 40s now, so yeah. All right, let's simulate these playoffs, see who wins it all. I'm still in for the Detroit Pistons, although looks like the Atlanta Hawks might give us a run for the money. The Grizzlies are eliminated with Shane Battier. We got the Spurs gone with the Iceman. Wizards gone with Caron Butler. Hawks gone. Lakers gone with LeBron James. Wow, dude. Brooklyn gone with Dr. J. Kevin Durant, OKC gone. Cleveland gone. All right. Yo, man, I swear, if Detroit gets to the finals and beats Golden State, it's going to be the happiest day of my life, dude. Come on, Pistons. Yo, actually, yo, Portland got eliminated. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Detroit against Philly. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Please, man. Please. Come on, guys. 3-2. We up 3-2. 3-3. And, come on, man. Oh, the Rockets gone. Okay, come on, 76. Let's win it all, man. And, well, there we go. We got the Philadelphia 76ers winning all. Dr. J beating the Golden State Warriors. As long as the Warriors don't win, I'm a happy Crispy Flakes. So, damn, I was really hoping for that. We could get that W with the Pistons, though. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed this series. I know some of it right there for the most part, man. It's like, you know, it's a 5-video series, so it's kind of a lot. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it, though. I just said, man, I've been on vacation, so I thought it was a good series to do while I was gone. But yeah, be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. And as always, guys, whatever videos you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section below.